What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Alex Wassabi.
Fuck Alex Wassabi!
Today, I am going to be addressing all the rumors surrounding my YouTube boxing career. There's a lot to talk about, so I am having my friend come on to interview me. His name is Christian. He's pretty much a historian of the boxing YouTube world, and he is a lifelong KSI fan, so I know that he will not be holding back. He is very up to date with the rumors, and you might remember him as the kid that I said hello to in the middle of my boxing match. Christian!
Thank you very much for having me, Alex. I'm so stoked to be on. It's nuts that we're finally doing this. So the last month, bit more than a month, has been very, very turbulent for you. But since you pulled out of the fight, there's been a hell of a lot of rumors from every corner of the internet, from Twitter, even from high up people from not only KSI but surrounding KSI. So I've got them all here. I've got all the most popular rumors about why you pulled out the fight. I'm going to straight, bare bone, ask you them straight up.
Okay, you're the voice of the haters right now, so I need you to tap into that pre-Deji Wassabi fight where you weren't my biggest fan. And don't take it easy on me. Alright, let's go. Go ahead. First question.
Alex, the first thing I wanted to ask you is one of those high-profile rumors as to the reason you pulled out the fight was because you were scared to fight KSI. What do you say to that?
I don't think anybody is scared to fight KSI. I got this awesome opportunity to fight him. I've been waiting years to do it, and unfortunately I got injured. That's it. Like, nobody's scared of anybody in the YouTube boxing industry. Some people are doing it for clout, some people are doing it for views, but the people that are super serious about it, we're just competitive guys and we just want to get in there.
Watching things like the online face-to-face, the live stream, a lot of people noted that you were very quiet in that whole 30-minute long stream. I mean, you had a few points to say, but a lot of it was KSI, let's say, ranting at you.
I'm going to destroy you, and you're going to be knocked out.
This guy hates me.
Why are you so quiet in that face-to-face?
I mean, it's like I said, like this whole year, just nobody wants to believe me. I am not here for the beef. I am here to compete. I am here to fight. That's just who I am. And KSI likes to talk a lot, and very loudly.
Am I a dickhead? Am I a dickhead?
If people like to talk, I let them talk.
Bro, it's gonna be light work. Dickhead. Light work.
In that live stream as well, one of the points that KSI made was he didn't want to actually show a lot of footage, because if they showed too much, and if they showed his improvement too much, they thought you were going to pull out. What would you say to that?
I mean, he's the A-side. Like, he could say anything once and everybody's gonna believe him. I'm in a lose-lose situation, because no matter what I do, people are gonna be mad. If I don't tweet, they're like, oh, why are you being quiet? If I tweet, they're like, oh, now you want to talk. If I don't make a video, they're like, why didn't you make a video? Now I made the video, they're gonna be like, well, you didn't do it in the timeline we wanted you to do it, so we don't like it. Once I pulled out, he made the narrative to take away off of his opponents not being the greatest. Be like, oh, this is Alex's fault, this is Alex's fault, everybody blame Alex because it's not my fault, and it's not my fault. I mean, I guess it's my fault because I was just training, I got a concussion, but it's out of my hands.
As a warm-up fight, just to get rid of the cobwebs.
Declaring your winner,
Fight Alex Wassabi.
Fuck Alex Wassabi!
Okay, let me just go in, come up. And then
redemption of the brother.
I redeem Deji. I'll be like, Deji,
this out.
I'll be like, Deji, this is how you fucking do it.
These have not only come from KSI fans, these rumours have not only come from KSI fans. One of the people who's gotten involved, who's been very vocal towards KSI in the last 2 years, Austin McBroom.
What's up, everybody?
He said your concussion was fake and you actually broke your hand. True or false?
I don't even know where that came from. I think Austin was just trying to get in on the conversation because that was the big thing happening at the time.
And that's been weighing on me.
But does my hand look broken? I did not break my hand.
I also just wanted to ask, because a concussion, the average sort of recovery time is about 21 days, give or take a little bit. Obviously the fight was August 27th, so you would have roughly recovered from the concussion at about a week before the fight. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you still do the fight despite getting the concussion when you did?
It was like a month before the fight, and the doctor said I had to take 3 weeks off to recover. He was like, you cannot get hit again for the next 3 weeks minimum. If you want to be safe, don't get hit for 4 weeks. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I can still train. He's like, no, you can't. Like, no impact. Like, when you punch, like, it's still impact. You don't want to jostle your head around. You don't want to have, like, jolts going through you. So I was like, dang, I was training 3 times a day 5 times a week, sparring 3 times a week, getting massages, stretch appointments, physical therapy, all these things for months, just like non-stop training, and then to have this taken away was rough. But for me to still fight after taking 3 weeks off, no sparring in the last month of my camp, and then still taking the fight. You know what happens if you get another concussion on top of a concussion?
It can cause things like bleed to the brain and more damage.
The doctor told me about this thing called second impact syndrome. And he said if you get another concussion on top of this concussion, it could leave you with permanent, lifelong damage. You could be in a wheelchair, or it could be fatal. And I was like, oh. So the fact that some people are like, oh, he's just not brave enough to get back in the ring. If another YouTuber got a concussion, he would still get in the ring. It's not about bravery. I'm just not stupid.
Anybody blaming Alex is moronic.
You saw Wade go crazy defending me on Twitter?
Yes.
Saw people online saying stuff like, oh, Alex was never going to fight him. He was always going to pull out. There's no shot Alex did not want this fight. Of course he did.
That was out of nowhere.
Yes,
I was like, oh my god, my knight in shining armor just coming out of nowhere and just doing what's right, pretty much. He's such a good guy.
And no, he wasn't scared to fight KSI. He got injured. It happens. Stop with that shit.
He's the only one out of like Keemstar, all these drama channels. Everybody reached out to me. Everybody has my number. Everybody's like, hey, what's happening? Hey, why are you pulling out?
Yeah.
And the only person that texted me to actually check on me was Wade. He said, hey man, I don't know the whole story, but I hope you're okay. And I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is such a good guy.
One of the rumours that Calais Sauerland had, bearing in mind he's very large in the boxing world, head of Wassabi Boxing, one of the presidents of Misfits, he said in the post-fight press conference that he perhaps thought you were paid off by Jake Paul. On Twitter, they've said you were paid around $3 million to pull out the fight.
Doesn't make any sense.
True or false?
It's not true. I mean, everybody is connecting me with Jake. I don't have anything to do with Jake. KSI keeps like trying to line me up with Jake because it helps build the narrative of KSI versus Jake in the future. But I have nothing to do with Jake.
What are you doing, Jake?
Like, people think me and Jake like FaceTime every day.
Every day, bro.
I haven't talked to Jake. I talked to him once and maybe twice in the last year. And $3 million? That's a lot. That's like 6-7 times the amount I was gonna get paid. And then I saw there was like a 3-fight deal, so everybody thinks I'm gonna fight on Jake's undercard in the future.
Yeah.
There's nothing, no future, nothing going on that is having me fight on Jake's undercard. But if they asked me to, I would, but they haven't asked me to yet. Actually, I probably wouldn't. I'm not trying to spread these rumors. I'm probably not gonna ever fight on a Jake Paul undercard. Unless
I see.
Unless they want to give me $3 million, then maybe I'll do it.
One of the questions that people are asking is, bear in mind, people were very skeptical about the concussion. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you post the medical records publicly? Like, why didn't you post the doctor's note publicly?
I just didn't feel a need to. Like, I gave it to my team. They showed the people that needed to see it. The Boxing Commission and DAZN saw it. They approved it. They said, okay. So I just didn't feel the need to put it out. And then everybody was getting mad at me because they were like, why haven't you made a video? Why haven't you made a video? And I'm like, I didn't feel the need to make a video because I already made a bunch of stories about it that I have in my highlights on my Instagram. So if anybody watching this wants to go back through it, you can go through it. Jake Paul announced it. KSI announced it. DAZN announced it. I announced it. Keemstar announced it. Every drama channel in the world announced it. I addressed it multiple times. Yes, I have a concussion. So I didn't see the need to make a video, but everybody in the YouTube world thinks that's weird because it was like a missed opportunity, I guess, for views, because if something goes down, everybody's talking about it, you're trending on Twitter, you should make a video because you're going to get a bunch of views, you're going to get a bunch of clout. But I just I don't really care about that because I've been doing YouTube for 16 years. I don't care about views, I don't care about clout, I care about boxing. That's what I'm focused on right now, that's all I want to do. And I don't know how many videos I posted this year, I think 6 to 8 maybe videos? And in my heyday, when I was daily vlogging, I would have posted over 200 videos by now. And so, like, I don't know why everybody's shocked that I make a video. But I'm making it now, and I guarantee everybody's gonna get so mad that I made this video. Even though this is what they wanted! This is what they wanted! But they're still gonna get mad at me. But, whatever.
Well, I mean, kind of on this token, and I think your previous answer kind of factors into this, but I wanted to ask you also about the promotion of the fight, because that was one of the complaints of people like KSI, because KSI, leading up to the fight, like a few weeks before, was uploading basically every day, even if it was just things like a Reddit video or a reaction video, or wherever it happened to be, and people did very much complain about your lack of promotion. What was going on with that?
People were complaining that I did the exact same thing that I did for the Deji fight. Like, they knew that was going to happen. They knew that I don't go back and forth, I don't do the beef, but they still asked me to be the main event. And I was like, okay, but you know what you're getting. You just saw me fight. I will show up, I will fight, until I get a concussion. But I will be there, but I will not be doing the beef stuff. And everybody's like, oh, he didn't promote, until after the fight. But they're not talking about promoting. They're talking about the fake beef, like the going back and forth. Like, some of that's real in the boxing world, but a lot of it is fake. Why else do you think they hug it out after the boxing match? Or, like, you'll see them taking pictures together and all happy after, like, because, like, I just don't do that. I want to focus on what I have to focus on. I want to focus on myself and becoming a better version of myself. The fact that they're saying I didn't promote, that's so not true. I did 21 Instagram stories and 3 posts on my Instagram about the event. I did a teaser video. I did multiple photo shoots. I posted a video on my YouTube channel. I posted the face-to-face on my YouTube channel. I did the face-to-face. I did 2 interviews, one with Wade Concept and one with Joe Weller. And that was all in a month.
So behind the scenes, Alex, because bearing in mind a lot of this stuff does happen behind the scenes, did you have any DMs with KSI where you shut just on public Twitter?
No, we never talked outside of Twitter. Twitter, and like, even on Twitter, I don't even talk to him. I just respond to him. I thought about it once the concussion happened. I thought about DMing him and saying, hey man, like, sorry that I won't be able to compete. I hope your event does great. Good luck to all the fighters. You have great undercards. I would have loved to do something like that. And if it was with Deji, I probably would have. But with KSI, he would have just posted it and made a bunch of conspiracy theories, and everybody would have followed and listened to what he said. So I just thought I'd go the professional route. Before we continue, I just want to say, you are killing it, boy. Look at you. How old are you again?
16. Just turned 16.
You just turned 16, and your interviewing skills are off the charts, boy.
I appreciate it.
No, man, wait, but I just wanted to ask. Before we get into it, it's not just me. Like, I've talked to people about you, and they're all like, yo, that kid has potential. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're killing it. For real.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Alex. And just a personal question that I wanted to ask. Deji, he won his fight against Fuzi. I know you're good pals with Fuzi, but would you, if the opportunity ever came up again, would you want to potentially do a rematch with Deji as long as he was compliant with that?
Man, the thing is, like, Deji's such a good dude. I just want him to keep winning, so I don't recommend that he fights me again. I recommend that he fights like Bryce. Bryce is I think he's good. He's at an even playing field. I think they're the same height.
It's over! It's over!
I mean, if he wants an even fight, fight Bryce. If he wants a challenge, I'm down. If that's what he wants, I don't recommend it, but I'm willing and ready.
Also, you did, when you announced the concussion, say you did want to fight again. This was not the end of your YouTube boxing career. Is there anybody in particular you would want to fight, or you have plans to fight this year or next year?
There's no solid plans. There's some talks. People heard that maybe with iDubbbz.
Hello, everyone.
That would be interesting. Deji rematch would be interesting. KSI rematch, or we can't. It's not a rematch because we didn't fight. But if because we went back and forth on Twitter, and KSI was like, "Yeah, I'm never gonna fight you on the big stage again." So I'm gonna have to make a statement.
Yeah.
So the next person I fight, I'm gonna make a statement. Whether it's iDubbbz or Deji or whoever else, I'm gonna make a statement, and I'm gonna show them this is what it looks like when you do a camp, you fight, and then you train for 5 months, and then you get injured, but that still counts as a second camp. And then I do a third camp and go into my second fight ever. It's gonna be cool. You're gonna see a lot, and you're gonna be like, wow, this guy must not do anything but box.
Just quickly, can we do the thing again? The whole point to the ring. What happened in March?
Yeah. You wanna do it again? Okay.
If you can.
Oh, hey! Hey, Christian! And then Deji brought me to the side. He brought me to you. And then I was like, hey, man. That was crazy.
That was nuts.